For today's video, we are going to be taking a spin on the Wane Support Monk. I know that's a mouthful, but basically this is a control version of Monk that tries to set up some really powerful late game combos, specifically taking advantage of Moongate and Elfic Illusionist. That kind of rolls into Rebellion General, and it creates these really big boards. Everything else in the deck is pretty much about fighting for control of the board early, and or just creating a lot of cards in hand. So against control lists, you can keep up with them in terms of resources. They do that with cards like Marshblade, Queen's Captain, etc., etc. Forward Camp is in here to get the job done. Moonphase here also draws cards, etc., etc. So we're gonna go ahead and do what we always do, which is jump into 2 games, win or lose. Now, fully transparent here, gang. Never piloted this list before. This is going to be my first time, so there will likely be some play mistakes. I've played against this list quite a few times on the ladder, but this is my first time piloting it, so we will see if I can do this properly. I'm sure that there will be some intricacies that I miss along the way, but that's okay. I don't think you keep Fervor in the opener. Big fan of these 2 cards just kind of in general. I'm a big fan of Murkwater Scourge in the current meta. However, we're against another Monk. So I think this goes back and we try to find some more early game options. And we failed. Alright. Good to know. So we are just going to be hanging out. Now, when you're against Monk, it could be this, or it could be an aggressive move Monk, and it does appear that that is going to be the case. So, we'll do this. Now, we expect this to move, right? I would be shocked if this isn't going to be like Ring into Dune Smuggler. Okay, it's just Dune Stalker. But we'll answer with a Sanctuary Pet on the next turn, as we just try to keep things under control. So this will come down here. This will take care of this. I will scratch at my face because there is a gnat, a gnat that keeps flying into my face and tickling me. Alright, well, this is going to be a pretty sad turn because this doesn't really do much for us on the current board. So we wait. Now, I mean, we do have a Javelin that opens up this next turn, Sheer Point the following turn, and we aren't like in danger of losing a ton of health here quite yet, but we're also not, to be honest, we're not going to Javelin that, so we will just develop Forward Camp, play the Marshblade over here, and at some point we would like to break at least this first rune, because then Forward Camp becomes significantly more powerful.
Khajiit must stay out of sight.
Ooh. The Delver, huh?
Khajiit doesn't
The Delver and a Bewildering Speed. So this is going to make a trade here. No way it's not. We're going to answer in kind by sheer pointing this one. Putting this here to contest. Again, just kind of buying our time for a bit. A couple of turns off of Queen's Captain fun. Could also make some pretty large drain creatures if we want the following turn. Well, a single large drain creature. Tempo a Leaf Lurker by our opponent. How interesting. So we'll go ahead and take this trade here. And I think that we will go ahead and take advantage. It's not the best combo, right? Like ideally, we would prefer to have this be a little bit splashier. But we're going to draw a couple of cards. And we're going to make some decent-sized bodies while giving this drain along the way, so The drain is really important because when you're playing against Monk, you do always have to worry about like a Monk Strike, Swift Strike combo.
Surprise!
I'm just worried about them with Swift Strike or something of that nature. So we'll put this here, just because this is the bigger Swift Strike target.
Useful to use her enemy's strength against them.
Alright, now that's a problem because they stole our drain. I mean, we can clear the board. They stole our drain. Now this Anasi could steal drain back, but I do ultimately think that
Chaos take
just trading, taking this javelin. Right now this would draw a card. I don't think that's the way that we want to use that particular card.
This one will be going. Yes.
So go ahead and do this, I think. We really wish we had one more Magicka just to get Hive Defender there so that we had something in both lanes. Ugh. Alright. Tazcad is a bit of an issue. Tazcad might have been the only thing that was a problem for us because of the breakthrough, the 4/4 it leaves behind. So again, we can put guards potentially in both lanes, but if they've got Cliff Racers, then we just lose. We really would like to develop these to get drain going. Tazcad was like worst possible scenario for us. I think ultimately this is our best course of action.
This one tonight.
I mean, if they have removal, they just win. There's nothing we can really do about that. We could have maybe killed Tazcad, but then we would have had to put something in front of the 4/4, and all of the movement that they have displayed has been an issue. We go down to 1 and then probably die to Cliff Racer if I had to guess.
What can Khajiit do for you?
Oh no, you just died to Devious Bandit. Okay. That's another way to do it. Bandit was not the card I was expecting, so not the best showing there for the first game. Not the best showing, but Tazcad's gonna do Tazcad things. And Anasi's gonna do Anasi things. So the reality is we pretty much lost to unique legendaries. Anasi denied our drain. Tazcad was essentially worth, what was that, like 15 damage, something like that? Not 15. 11? Let's do math here, right? I think this is fine. It's not even 11. So the first time they ran over the guard, they did 5. The second time they ran over a guard and did 4. So really it was 9 actual damage suffered from Tazcad. But I'm just prone to hyperbole. So I'll admit it, gang. I'm sorry. This would have been a big help. Where were you when we needed you, Elixir? Alright, well, let's do this.
Ready. Your coin or your life. Choose.
Brigand, huh? Brigand is fair.
By my honor.
Let's go ahead and do this. just because it sets us up for potentially trading, whether they hit either one. They'll likely kill this because they don't want us to draw the card, but we've got so many ways to draw cards in this deck that missing out on that's not a big deal. We just wanted a presence early. We wanted the opportunity to break at least the first rune.
Careful there, friend.
Now, we do have the General and the Illusionist, so that is kind of... Oh, that's not great for us. We do have the General and the Illusionist. Those are essentially the combos that you're looking for. Let's clear these up. Do this over here, play Ungoing over here. We do need to find a moon gate to get those up and running. But so the big thing is when you have a moon gate and you play an Illusionist, what happens is it summons one in the other lane, and then you get the +1, +2 in guard, right? So you're getting 3/3 guards, but then the General triggers the Wax and the Wane again as well. So you can just get a lot of value out of them. Guess we'll do this. Problem is Luzra is on the board, and we're hitting the magical, the mythical, the amazing turn 6. So at this point, you would fully expect Alfeet Conjurer to come down.
Khajiit will keep us safe.
I am shocked. I am shocked. And we are going to lose to unique legendaries all night tonight, it seems. But nothing you can do.
I'll get this yet.
I mean, Debilitate helps a little bit here.
Feel the night
We'll break that first rune. Don't really want to give him the card, but activates the forward camp stuff. Also means we can do this. I think it's probably worth it. Just to slow him down. Means that if they had Mighty Conjuring, they can't activate that. Rebellion Generals are a little bit clunky with the current hand, though.
Choose.
Speak, citizen.
And Initiate, alright. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this. And I guess this. Really wish we had a moon gate right now. We could just play this to end up with a 2-1 in each lane, but the problem is that kind of does nothing for us. I mean, it allows us that we could have also then traded into this. This is where my inexperience piloting this list is going to show up, because I don't know if I'm supposed to value saving this for the combo highly or not. We will maybe get to play this to destroy a creature.
All power.
However, I don't think it's going to matter, because we're going to have a big board to deal with, and there's only one other Debilitate left in the deck, so... Destroying a single creature here just does not feel very good. And this is now making guards, which also does not feel good. We would prefer it to be letting us gain health with the Profiteer there. So if we trade here and we blow this up, they've got 5, 10, 13. So we're basically dead to Lightning Bolt. But I, again, kind of don't see an out. Suppose we can trade here.
Nalado will make
blow this up. Do this. Pretty sure that we're just dead here as well. It's interesting that this particular list is one that does... Oh yeah, we're dead for sure now. Because this is a list that does not run Dawn's Wrath. And set opts for the Queen's Captains, which does make sense when you run the Moongate combo, but in a meta that's so heavily Elfie Conjure, you would think
I'll get this yet.
You are not
that would be important,
What's
but
yours?
it doesn't matter. We're just dead. This was irrelevant other than the buffing of the Luzra, so 0-2 with this list. I know other people have piloted it to much success on the ladder, getting you know, some pretty high ranks. If you're wondering essentially what you're trying to do, we can come back in here since it didn't show up here, right? You try to control the board with things like Leaf Lurker, Scourge, Javelin, Hive Defender, Sanctuary Pet. Like, you have these things that are usually supposed to help you fight for control of the board. Debilitate is your trump card against go wide decks. Sheer Point Dragon is just like a good tempo card. Also makes your Debilitates stronger, makes your Murkwater Scourge stronger. And then you're supposed to, at least this is the way that it has always been used against me, because again, I've played against this deck, but I haven't piloted it. You're supposed to set up a scenario where you're using Moongate into Illusionist, into Rebellion General to essentially amass a massive board, and then you use that to kind of push for the victory. But we did not get to see it in action either game. Both times it actually felt not great. But it's a small sample size. So anyway, here's the list if you want it. Again, deck code will be in the video description if you made it this far. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands.